My name is Jaron Hernandez and I'm a junior special education major from Wilmington, North Carolina. For the past 2 years, I've been an orientation leader at the University of North Carolina, Wilmington. This past March, we attended the Southeast Regional Orientation Workshop, better known as SHRO. At SHRO, we got to not only share our spirit, but experience the spirit of others, as we cheered not only about our school, but other schools, our state, and even the food that we got to eat. There was so much spirit that the air was electric. It didn't matter if this was your first time attending SHRO or if you've been a director and you've been attending for 10 years. The spirit was contagious. And it even followed us back to UNCW. What people don't see is how spirit changes lives, and it does it in 3 big ways. It does it through the spirit of triumph, the spirit of connections, and the spirit of giving back. For the spirit of triumph, I'd like to tell you about someone who was never an orientation leader, attended a Noda conference, or could even tell you how to spell SHRO. And that person is my grandmother. My grandmother is the spirit in my life, a person who would tell me, "I know you can do it." And when I would succeed, she would say with a smile on her face, "I told you so." Not only would she use that spirit to empower other people, but she had to use that spirit to fight. She is a survivor of breast cancer and pancreatic cancer, and it took a lot of her spirit to make it through those tough times. And I had to use my spirit to look at her and say, "Grandma, I know you can do it." And when she made it out alive, I would look at her with the biggest smile on my face, and I would tell her, "I told you so." For the second part, the spirit of connections, I would like to tell you about one of my orientation leaders. This is Richard Vernon. Richard is a calm demeanored, by-the-book, militarily-minded young leader. At our first retreat, he seemed very overwhelmed by the energy of our team, and was a little apprehensive to our activities, and maybe stood in the background for a while. Many of the people on the team had concerns that he would not bond with the team well. But I came to learn he just needed the exposure, to make the right connections, to bring out his spirit, and to bring Richard out of his shell. As the semester progressed, we learned that Richard had never been to a dance before, and that the SHRO social would be his first ever dance. He had the time of his life. Richard's growth was apparent to everyone. The connections that he made at SHRO and with the other orientation leaders allowed his spirit to flourish, and allowed his connections with his students to be even stronger. Lastly, I would like to talk to you about the spirit of giving back. We like to give back to our freshmen at orientation by doing one of our favorite things from SHRO, the human roller coaster. We believe it really lifts their spirits after a long day of orientation. My orientation leaders even found a way to give back to one another. Since Richard had never been to a dance, he'd also never been to a prom, which broke the heart of every girl on our team, because they had come to love Richard a lot. And so they decided that they were going to throw Richard a prom. At UNCW, our orientation leaders have a tradition that the last weekend of work, we go out on a party boat, get dressed up in togas, and celebrate the work that we had done. This would be Richard's prom. We got all dressed up, headed out to the boat, and as we got on, announced Richard as prom king. It meant more to him than he ever let on. A few days later, orientation ended. We all said our goodbyes, and everyone resumed their summers. Then a few days after that, we all received a message from Richard. Guys, I just wanted to tell you guys how much you all mean to me. I couldn't tell you guys to your face because I didn't want to cry in front of you all. I couldn't even say bye to Andrea, our boss. These past 6 months have been the most amazing of my entire life. I made some friends that I hope I never lose, and I want to keep in touch with all of you guys. During Christmas break, I was planning on not coming back this fall. College was not the experience I thought it was going to be and wanted to do something else. But starting with the retreat, you guys started changing all of that. I had some of the most fun of my life, and because of my experiences with you guys, I decided to stay in college. The prom and everything you all have done for me means more than I can express. I can never repay y'all, but the only thing I can say is thank you. Nodac's theme, Le Renouveau, drives us to work in the orientation field. As each new student is about to embark on a new chapter in their life, we render unto them the service of our universities, and we use our spirit to fill their souls with a sense of renewal.